The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Ernie Johnson here once again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal for 2K Sports. Pleased you are here with us for Game 5 of the conference semifinals. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at the Celtics, they were unable to grab one on the road in Game 4, but back on their home court, we'll see if what they need is a little home cooking. And tonight, a do-or-die game. Shaq, what can a team with its back against the wall do to shift the momentum in this series?
You just got to remember what you work hard for all season. Let that fuel your passion and play like there's no tomorrow.
Ooh.
No tomorrow. No tomorrow.
If there is no tomorrow,
why would you play?
We've got a lot of issues.
Because if you don't win, there won't be a tomorrow.
I'm going to tell her this. If there's no tomorrow, I'm not playing hard because you want to win the hustle plays, though. And every 50-50 loose ball is really key. But again, if there's no tomorrow, I'm going out on the beach and hanging out and having a good time if there's no tomorrow.
But that's the question. If this is like, say this is Thursday.
Right.
And there's no tomorrow.
Right.
Is tomorrow still Friday? Or is there no Friday?
No, you're just talking about the day before tomorrow. Never came.
Oh.
Think about it, Ernie. Think about it.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I'd rather not think about it.
Kevin?
I'd rather go to Kevin Harlan. Yeah.
That's a new movie.
There's something in their cup, Kevin, and I'm not drinking it.
This is a do-or-die situation. Big Game 5. Always decisive. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. We've got Washington taking on the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at Boston. Right now trailing 3 games to 1. It's a must-win as they look to scratch their way back into the series.
Desperate with their backs against the wall. The last 4 games haven't gone to plan, but they still have a chance. A win here at home seems doable, and that would give them some life in this series.
Gentlemen, ready?
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Taking a look at the Wizards. Wall and Beal, the incredible backcourt tandem. Morris pairs with Gortat down low, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Thomas kicks to Horford. That one doesn't drop. Gortat with the defensive effort. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
The feed to Beal. A shot. Kept alive by Washington. Gortat with the screen for Beal. Inside. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Now, we know he's in the upper echelon of offensive rebounders. Gortat always working on the interior.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And free throw good from Marcin Gortat. On defense, Washington. It's a 5-point game. It was a big win for them, coming off Tuesday's match.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
Well, I don't think it's overstatement to call that an embarrassing defensive effort. Shooters were wide open from everywhere.
Here's Beal following the score by Avery Bradley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's the teardrop. The layup good by Porter.
Stretching out to finish past the defender. Porter scores inside and out.
Thomas kicks to Horford. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting two.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Wall against Thomas. No one near Wall as he lets it go. He can't get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Now let's find out what head coach Scott Brooks had to say to David Aldridge. D.A.?
He talked to his players, talked about the opportunity to close things out. Even though they've controlled the series, things can turn around in a hurry, and he doesn't want them to forget that. In his mind, tonight is a winner-take-all situation. He hopes that mindset will rub off on the players. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here's Beal, following the basket by Al Horford. Good chance here for Wall. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Catch-and-shoot opportunities, more efficient. Wall gaining confidence every year in that shot.
The kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. Rebound, Washington. Porter with it. He kicks it to Beal. Morris a screen. The dish now to Wall. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Wall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Johnson the screen. Thomas outside. Gortat with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Bradley drives in. Outside Thomas. Johnson the screen. Thomas kicks to Bradley. And it's sent back by Morris.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
Celtics trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Brown kicks to Johnson. Here's Horford. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, sharp pass inside. Did well to get the ball into the high percentage area.
Morris against Johnson. Morris dishes to Beal. Down low. Gortat misses. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Outside Thomas. Passes it to Horford. Kicks it to Bradley. From downtown. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
There's a screen by Gortat. Beal against Bradley. Back to Wall. Fires for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Wall's got 7.
Yeah, improving his three-point percentage has been a true focus for John Wall every offseason.
Thomas passes to Horford. Wall with the steal. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Tries again, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Johnson. The Wizards have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And that one falls for Wall.
He's only 6'4" in height, but 6'9" in wingspan. Wall has elite size and speed at the point guard position.
Now here's Horford. He has 5. Morris outside. Outside Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Lets the 3 fly. And Horford pulls it down. Celtics trail by 7. Thomas kicks to Horford. To the middle. Here's Crowder. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Crowder's got his first points in this one. Pulls up, high post, and a wide-open look for Porter. And again, Washington no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's Brown on the wing. But he stays with it. Gortat with the defensive effort. Wizards leading by 5. And Beal kicks to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, Otto Porter rises up, hammers it home on the dunk, and boy, what lift he got on that one.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Boston. Mahinmi's checked in for Washington. Bogdanovich comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Thomas. Horford sets a screen for Thomas. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
If you're going to screen for your man, screen like you mean it.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. You look at Mahinmi, a great player, second in the league.
And guys, that shooting percentage of his has been spectacular since the start of the playoffs. He has been completely locked in.
Now, here's Thomas. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Olynyk. Dishes to Bradley. Lock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Well, the issue, I think, is you'd like to work towards something better. Just because it's there doesn't mean you should take it.
Now here's Crowder after Markieff Morris's miss. Outside Thomas. Down low. And the basket by Olynyk. Washington leading now by 5. And Wall kicks to Morris. Beal against Bradley. Outside Beal. 6 to shoot. Bradley with some nice D.
Looked like it might drop for him, and you know, that has to frustrate him just a bit. That's one of his favorite spots on the floor.
Here's Horford. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Here's Thomas. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Horford with a screen on Wall. It's Thomas outside. No good on that one. And it's Washington the other way.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Now here's Beal. Back to Morris. All sorts of time. They get it back. Nice ball movement by Washington. Olynyk with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Bradley. Washington with the rebound. inside, Wall. Back to Morris. Fires from deep. Rebound, Boston. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Boston making some changes. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Horford. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. The Wizards also changing it up. Smith checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Jennings in for John Wall. Here's Crowder. The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Celtics making a change here. Green's checked in. And both free throws good from Crowder.
Yeah, shooting free throws among the many things he does well.
Washington leading now by 3. Outside, Beal. He dishes it to Jennings. To the inside, Mahimi. It's deflected.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Washington's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Jennings kicks to Bogdanovich. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Bogdanovich has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Celtics trail by 6. Smart dishes to Green. And here's Smart. And not sure what he was thinking there. Stolen by Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Smart leading the charge. In the corner, Crowder with it from outside the arc. Rebound by Mahimi. Wizards leading by 6. And Bogdanovich kicks to Jennings. He feeds it to Beal. To the paint and stolen by Zeller. Outside Crowder. Shot from 12. Crowder with another miss. Washington has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And again, Washington no good. Boston shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Pass to Smart. Olynyk in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Olynyk's got 5 now.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smith the pass to Beal. Inside, the 11-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Mahimi's got his first 2 points.
You really like to see Beal getting involved with those passes, guys. He's all about the team.
Pick by Zeller. Green inside the 3-point line. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
I think you'd like to see a little more determination defensively to fight through that and contest a bit.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Washington out in front, leading by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Well, they trust each other, and that's something you establish in practice and in games, and you don't see a ton of miscommunication out there.
Celtics trail by 3. We've got Jay Crowder. Green is out there with Smart. Then it's Tyler Zeller. And it's Johnson in at the power forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Zeller. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just his first attempt. Rebounded by the Wizards. To the middle. It's stolen by Johnson. Crowder dishes to Green. The offensive rebound. Here's Zeller, and he banks in the layup. Zeller's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Celtics. Now Burke. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. And the Wizards lead by 4.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Johnson with a screen on Mahinmi. Porter against Crowder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Zeller. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Boy, both teams really attacking from downtown right now. This is a long-range battle at the moment.
Here's Bogdanovich. 6 points for him. Smith outside. Wizards passing it around. Here's Mahinmi. Soft touch off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Smart kicks to Zeller. These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top 3-point shooters in the playoffs. 5th, Otto Porter Jr.
He is having so much success from beyond the three-point line. Some guys just thrive on this kind of pressure.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Brown is checked in for the Celtics. Thomas comes in for Gerald Green. And a switcher also for Washington. Gortat's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Wizards with the lead. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Burke, the pass to Bogdanovich. Feeds it to Smith. To the paint. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
You know, the accuracy on that assist was perfect. He hit him in the dead run, exactly where it needed to be.
Down low. Shoots from 8. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Zeller's got 5 points now in the quarter. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Celtics have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Thomas up top. Burke covering. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Gortat. Got a piece of it. Now here's Smart. Not a lot of room. Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, he saw he had a huge opportunity to help his team. Score is tight-knit, and he comes through.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Al Horford is checked in for Zeller. Then for the Wizards, Morris comes in for Jason Smith. And it's John Wall in for Bogdanovich. Here is Wall. 10 points for him. Here's Burke. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Brown. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Horford. Morris with the block. They retain possession. 6 on the shot clock. Brown against Porter. Offensive rebound. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Burke kicks the Wall. Second chance shot. Gortat misses.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
That's your home. That's the area you simply have to protect.
Nice shot by Smart. Here's Wall. Now the feed to Burke. Morris with the screen for Wall. Jacks up a 3. Again, the miss by Wall.
Well, no threes for him in the second after drilling one in the first.
Here's the dish to Horford. Takes the 13-footer, and the jumper is good. Horford's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And that's the smart move. I mean, exploit that size advantage every chance you can.
And here's Wall outside. Here's Gortat. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
You love that this guy is a double-double threat every time he takes the court. Gortat working the glass.
Bradley's checked in for Boston. For Washington, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Boston trailing. Outside Thomas. Picked by Horford. Thomas dishes to Horford. A 3 from Bradley. A shot that time, not on target. Now Washington takes it the other way. Passes it to Burke. He kicks the Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Now, this is a big-time offensive game right now. Wall is giving the defense everything they can handle.
Outside Thomas. At the top of the key, Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside for Thomas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Austin with the ball. They trail by 3. Thomas passes to Johnson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Boston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. No good on the free throw.
And this kind of free throw shooting just leaves a coach shaking his head. I mean, they have been awful from the line this quarter.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Trey Burke. That one is no good. Wizards leading by 3. Morris kicks the Wall. To the inside. And stolen by Horford. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. It's deflected. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Boston making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. For Boston, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. That free throw good from Bradley. So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Wizards have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Floats one, and the play by Wall as he finishes it off for 2. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Thomas kicks to Olynyk to the paint. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Clearly a foul.
The Celtics have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Wizards making a switch here. Beal's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Jennings. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Kicks it to Morris. Pass to Beal. Right side Jennings. Dishes it to Gortat. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Horford.
Yeah, this guy will mix it up on the interior. Gortat will get some freebies.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. That free throw good from Gortat. Both free throws good from Gortat.
This guy was the 57th pick back in 2005. Safe to say that Gortat has outperformed his draft position. That is one of the more formidable big men in the game.
Now here's Brown. Screen by Olynyk. Boston again missing.
Boy, the defense can't be so relaxed when he has a look like that.
There's a screen by Gortat. Jennings dishes to Beal. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the basket by Olynyk.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Jennings passes to Wall. Buries the long-range jumper. Wall's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, he's so integral to the success of their offensive system.
Jennings against Thomas. The baseline J. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Thomas got his first 2 points of the night. The Wizards have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Jennings kicks to Morris. Outside Beal. And here's Wall outside. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Listen, Beal could have taken that shot, but the court vision's so good that he sees a chance to get his guy a better look.
Horford with a screen on Jennings. Thomas dishes to Horford. Offensive rebound. Olynyk. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jennings kicks to Beal. Morris passes to Beal. Not enough on that one as it misses. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Bradley with the ball, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Chalk up 2 there. Bradley's got it all tied up now for Boston. Washington's gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Gortat dishes to Wall. He feeds it to Morris. Back to Wall. The three-pointer no good. Boston shooting it quite well. 52% from the field in the second quarter. Outside Thomas. And stolen by Jennings. Outside Wall. 1:56 left here in the second. Olynyk against Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Jennings. Defense right on him.
You have to love the tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
Bradley kicks to Brown. Outside Thomas. Inside. And the dunk by Horford.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
Boston making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Horford. Crowder comes in for Brown. And it's Gerald Green in for Avery Bradley. Then for the Wizards, Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Smith comes in for Markieff Morris. And Bogdanovich is subbed in for John Wall. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. Number 1, John Wall. 4th, Isaiah Thomas.
I think these two guys are having a little personal competition here in the playoffs to see who will finish with the most assists.
That one is off.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And the second free throw, good. The Celtics with the lead. He dishes it to Olynyk. From outside, off the mark. The Wizards shooting reasonably well, 45%. And Beal kicks to Jennings. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He misses the free throw. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Boston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And the shot's good from Crowder.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Jennings. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Smart's checked in for Thomas. Eight-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smart passes to Zeller. Celtics passing it around. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Beal. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. And it's Green. Missing. Puts up a 3. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Beal.
How quick is that release? And it's 3 on the board. Beal doing what he... No, sir.
Got it!
Wow.
What a shot!
Oh.
Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Celtics lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. How about the playoff atmosphere? We're going to break down all the first half action for you. Taking a look at the Celtics, they've been outplayed this series, currently desperate to keep their season alive, down 3-1. Tonight they're playing definitely with that sense of urgency that they need to, staying right in this game, hoping to force a Game 6. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Reminds me of Kenny's suit selection. Has been very, very sloppy. Way too many turnovers. They look unorganized, out of control. It's not pretty basketball. The good news, though, they're still in a great position to win the game if they just cut down the turnovers.
That's it for halftime. We will see you and you too later. Now back to the action.
A lot going on there as we welcome you back to Boston. That shot taken from the observation deck at the Prudential Center. And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, it was amazing, but highly unusual for him. He's not a guy known for making threes, so you'd expect him to cool down at some point.
Celtics leading by 4. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. The always dangerous Wall and Beal are the backcourt. Porter and Morris, the duo at forward, and it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Washington shooting reasonably well, 45%. Porter kicks to Wall. Beal against Bradley. Back to Wall, takes a 3. They get it back. Gortat. Morris outside. Pass to Porter. Feeds the Wall. To the middle and stolen by Horford. It's Brown with the drive. He was all alone on that one. Brown's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Boston. Wizards trail by 6. Outside, Wall. Beal dishes to Morris. Back to Beal. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Beal's got his second basket of the night.
Love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior.
Outside Bradley. The 3. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds in this game. All with it. 20 points for him. Beal gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Horford with the screen on Wall. Brown outside. Here's Horford. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Just has a tremendous nose for the ball. Buried his way into position and got the putback.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. Here is Wall. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Beal the pass to Gortat and stolen by Horford. Outside Thomas. Brown kicks to Johnson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
For Boston, they have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Wizards trail by 8. It's stolen by Bradley. Horford in the post. Gortat covering. Horford's shot is good.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Wall dishes to Morris. Back to Wall. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
What a play by Wall. It's going to take more than that to slow him down.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. That's good from Wall. Celtics leading by 7. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Johnson the screen. Thomas outside. Rebound by the Wizards. Morris has got 5 rebounds tonight.
On a pretty good day for them so far, his shooting has been one of the tough spots.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And here is Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas. Morris with the ball. And it's Horford picking him up. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best you can hope for with Wall inside. Send him to the charity stripe.
The Wizards have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. First free throw is good. So he gets them both. Celtics leading by 5. Outside Thomas. Horford kicks to Brown. Gortat with the steal. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the miss by Wall.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
He knows it. He just got locked into scoring mode and couldn't get out of it.
Now here is Horford. He's got 14.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. The first free throw is good. Burke, he's checked in for the Wizards. So Horford gets 2.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Morris with the screen for Wall. Morris outside. And it's off from 3-point range. Celtics leading by 7. The screen from Brown. Here's Thomas. Here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 6 assists here tonight.
You know, a nice flow to that play. Led him right into the attempt with the sharp pass. It has to be crisp and has to be on time.
Now here's Porter. Gortat with the screen for Porter. Drills it from outside. Porter's got 7 points.
These are the intangibles Otto Porter brings. Reads the screen, uses that well.
Picked by Horford. And there's the pass to Johnson. Back to Thomas. To the middle. Johnson can't hit. Wizards trail by 6. Now Burke. Morris outside. There's the feed to Wall. Off target from outside.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Celtics passing it around, and Brown throws it down.
And there's no excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. He's just brilliant at jamming it down the defense's throat.
Wall passes to Burke. Gortat with a screen on Thomas. They get it again. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Gortat.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Johnson the screen. The dish to Bradley. Rebound by the Wizards. Gortat's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Porter kicks the Wall. Up top, Morris. He's guarded by Johnson. Morris dishes to Porter. 5 to shoot. And taken away by Johnson. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
And Brown really forcing the issue there on the drive, making the opposition get physical with it.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Horford. Crowder comes in for Amir Johnson. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Thomas. And the second free throw, good. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Bogdanovich. 8 points for him. Porter passes to Wall. A floater. And the shot is good. Wall's got 27 points.
Oh, the silky touch of John Wall floats that one in over the outstretched hands of the defense.
The screen from Brown. And Zeller kicks to Crowder. Shoots from 12. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist from Smart. 7 points for Tyler Zeller.
The defense getting a little lazy there. You can't give him those shots. He'll make you pay every time.
Mahinmi with the screen for Porter. Back to Wall. Three-pointer. Hey, Crowder pulls it in.
You know, it's been hard for him to find the range this quarter, but I do like his aggressiveness.
A nice shot by Zeller. And now a 9-point Celtic lead.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Here's Wall. Crowder pulls it in. The Celtics have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Here's Green. And again, it's Boston converting. Now here's Wall. He's got 27. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Celtics. And a switcher also for Washington. Jennings is checked in. On defense, Boston. Porter with it. He has 7. Smith on the wing. Passes it to Mahinmi. Smith kicks to Jennings. Clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Crowder with the steal. From 20 feet out. Another shot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Brandon Jennings.
Shooting for Boston, Marcus Smart. He'll be at the line shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And so, Smart nails both of them. Wizards trail by 13. Bogdanovich dishes to Jennings. Out to the wing. Screen by Smith. Here's Bogdanovich. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Not the strongest play defensively, though. I mean, he was taken out by that screen far too easily.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded by Jennings. And here's Smart. 5 points in the game. Olynyk the pass to Smart. 6 to shoot. Now here's Green. He's covered closely. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Jennings drives in, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Jennings has got his first basket of the night. Boston leading by 8. Smart kicks to Zeller. Screen by Olynyk. Off the screen. And it's Green. Missing. For Washington, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Jennings kicks to Porter. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Zeller. Down low, it's stolen by Mahinmi. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Smith with the ball. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Bogdanovich. Now, Smart. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. At the elbow, Zeller. Porter against Crowder. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And that one misses. Boston making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Bradley Beal's checked in for Washington. Good on the second free throw. Wizards trail by 7. 1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. Smith on the wing. Beal with a screen on Olynyk. Smith dishes to Bogdanovich. He kicks to Beal. Wizards passing it around. 4 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Boston leading by 7. Thomas passes to Olynyk. Kicks to Crowder. There's the screen. Thomas against Jennings. Shoots from the baseline, and they pick up 2. And the Celtics lead by 9. Washington shooting reasonably well, 45%. Smith outside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw good, Smith. The Celtics shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Thomas kicks to Smart. Zeller setting the pick for Smart. Back to Thomas. Fires the 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 7 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Smith up top. They set the pick. Pass to Beal. Another one falls for Washington.
That's something he can do all night, gentlemen. Beal is deadly spotting up.
Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Smart. And the first one drops.
How about all four of Bradley Beal's brothers chose to play college football? The outlier and the wiser choosing round ball.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's Thomas. 7 points in the game. From deep three-point range, no good. And we've reached the end of the third. Celtics out in front, up by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Hey, we're doing so many good things on offense. Keep moving it. Keep looking for it. We just have to challenge as well as we can down here.
And Brad Stevens happy with their motion. They're shot making, but still looking for more stops on D.
Yeah, I mean, it always feels like there's more you can do defensively. And that's probably the case here. They just have to keep grinding out on the floor.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Here's Mahimi. Out to Morris. From the arc. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Thomas. Dishes to Horford. There's a good screen. He feeds it to Crowder. 5 on the clock. It's Bradley on the wing. Releases. And that one goes long. Wizards trail by 6. Outside Beal. Wall against Thomas, and Wall kicks to Mahimi, and stolen by Horford. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Now here's Thomas, outside Bradley. Pick by Horford, off the pick. Jump shot is good that time. Bradley's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And Beal kicks to Morris. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
How about the focus by Markieff Morris, undeterred with the hand in his face?
Picked by Horford. Johnson dishes to Bradley. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Beal against Bradley. Mahimi with it from about 16, and he comes up with the deuce. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Thomas against Wall. Tries it from 9. Thomas, no luck.
You know, he clearly hasn't been as sharp as usual, but they're still scoring as a team.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Again, the miss by Morris.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Picked by Horford. Thomas kicks to Horford. Count that bucket.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Outside Wall. That's tipped and stolen by Thomas. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Here's Crowder. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First one falls for him. Gortat's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. And both free throws good from Crowder. Wizards trail by 10. Wall passes to Gortat. That one goes. Count it.
When he gets that close, more often than not, Gortat is going to convert.
Here's Thomas. Soft touch off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 10.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
From deep, Wall. The shot, no good.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
Down low, it's tipped. Bradley dishes to Horford. And two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Marcin Gortat. Free throw drops for Al Horford. Wizards making a switch here. Porter's checked in. He's off on the second. Wizards trail by 11. Outside, Wall. Outside, Beal. Left side, Wall. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Wall's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Oh, a bone-jarring screen from Gortat, and that frees the shooter.
With some arc, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. Wizards trail by 11. To the inside and taken away by Johnson. Here's Bradley. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
They got points out of it, but they'll be looking for a better shot than that on their next possession.
And Wall kicks to Beal. He dishes it to Gortat. Pass to Wall. Wizards passing it around. Hey, Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his third rebound on the night. Feeds it to Thomas. Back to Crowder. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting for Boston, Jay Crowder. Will be at the line shooting 2.
Free throw good, Crowder. And both free throws good from Crowder. Wizards trail by 15. Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Wall passes to Beal. Morris outside, and here's Wall outside. That shot no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Beal against Bradley. Johnson the screen. Outside Bradley. Clock at 4. Back to Thomas. Takes the 3. Another shot. And Johnson with the lay-in good. And the Celtics lead by 17.
And didn't have to go strong there. Just a little bit of the finger roll to get it up over the D.
Morris a screen. Wall dishes to Morris. To stop the run. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, the thing about Markieff Morris, he does a terrific job converting inside.
Outside Thomas. Takes the 3. Thomas with another miss.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Picked by Horford. Here's Crowder. And the shot falls short this time.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
In the corner, Bradley with it. Johnson outside. There's the pass to Crowder. Picked by Horford. Crowder kicks to Horford. Back to Crowder. The feed now to Thomas. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Thomas got 11 in the second half.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Gortat. And it's sent back by Horford. An even 3-on-3 break. Bradley with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Bradley kicks to Thomas. Johnson the screen for the 3. Thomas, no luck.
It's ironic. As he continues to search for his rhythm, they continue to stay in the lead.
And Gortat with the stuff.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Thomas passes to Crowder. Thomas dishes to Johnson. Horford sets a screen for Johnson. Passes it to Bradley. Down low. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Bradley. 21 points for Horford.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And you know he's not going to back down anytime soon. It doesn't matter if they're trailing or holding a lead like they are right now. He's going to keep pouring it on.
Wall, no luck.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Now here's Horford. Thomas kicks to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Johnson outside. To the middle. Unloads from 13. That one off the back iron and out. Wizards trail by 15. And here's Wall. Morris a screen. Now Wall. Washington needs to get a shot off here. There's Beal with the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Thomas. In the corner, Bradley with it. Back to Horford. Thomas kicks to Horford. Crowder the pass to Thomas. There's the triple. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Now here's Wall. Gortat with a screen on Bradley. Here's Beal. And another miss by Washington.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
And guys, that's just about going to do it here for Game 5. Always pivotal. And now we look ahead to a critical Game 6, but a huge win tonight for the Celtics.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line. And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Horford.
Listen, he did quite a bit of work tonight, but I think his quick hands and getting those steals and disrupting plays was very impressive. Really big part of this win.
Here is Thomas, following the basket by Markieff Morris. Johnson dishes to Bradley. Johnson sets the screen for Bradley. A rebound by Gortat. And Washington has possession. It's a 13-point game. Porter, no luck.
Great possession with an even better shot. Disappointing it doesn't go.
In the corner, Crowder with it. No good on the three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Morris. Outside, Wall. This one for three. But they recover it.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
And that one's good by Gortat.
Well, that's just a nice decision by Wall. Found him wide open.
Thomas with the ball. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. People were writing their obituary before this game, but this win cast the series in a whole new light now, Greg.
And listen, they still got to win 2 more, but after seeing how they performed tonight, is there any doubt, Kevin, they're capable of it? I mean, we could be in the midst of a major comeback.
No doubt at all, you're right. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Al. Big offensive night for you. How were you able to get to your spots where you like to score?
The guys were just finding me, and so it kind of freed me up a little bit and allowed me to get more shots. And we were flying around the whole game.
And you guys moved the ball, one of the best teams in the league, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present our Jordan player of the game, Al Horford. He put up a nice double-double, points and rebounds. He was clearly one of the hardest working players on the floor tonight.
This is the game they had to have, and he was the guy to get it for them. Home fans gave him a big boost as well. I know their energy really fed into that, but more than anything else, it was his grit and determination that assured this series would not end here tonight.
Well, what I like about Al Horford is his basketball IQ, and that was on display tonight, guys. I mean, look, he has great understanding of the game for the power forward position. His skills and his smarts are unmatched.
And that'll signal the end of our NBA postseason coverage of round 2 for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, the rest of the 2K Sports crew, Ernie Johnson, good night, everybody.